another episode of Women of Wine Country here on the Voice of San Joaquin. We are TVOSJ, the Voice of San Joaquin Community Radio, 89.5 FM, KBCC Tracy. We are a local nonprofit multimedia community broadcasting network. And I'm thrilled to introduce you to my guest, Lisa Hallow.
Yay.
Welcome, Lisa.
So happy to be here.
I'm so glad.
Finally get to meet you.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Same to you, right?
Right.
I think you're out there having a great time.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So welcome to the show.
Thank
Is this
you for
piece that you're
having
wearing
me.
right now one of your
Yes.
designs? Gorgeous.
Yes, thank you.
I can't wait to see your spread.
It'll be quite the spread.
So will you have them at the event?
Yes, and I make jewelry for all women because I started in Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
And I met women from all over the world. So when you see my line of jewelry,
You'll see the influence.
You'll see every personality.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cover up
So we have Lisa here today because we have an event that she invited me to bring my books, The Women of Wine Country, and come to, along with Rita Hill. So she'll be at the
Yes,
event
Rita
as
Hill.
well. And the event is called Women Helping Women, and it is February 29th. From 1 to 4 at the Wybell Warehouse. So that's One Wine Master Way in Lodi, California. It is $45 a person, but I think it's going to be well worth it. So you have a whole list of vendors that are attending.
Yes, I don't have the list on me, but we have chosen the most interesting characters. And I think this will be an event that might surprise a lot of people. Lincoln Center's putting on the fashion show, even all the
cool.
way over to
Lodi.
Chico.
Oh, really?
Chico's and all of Lincoln Center
Oh,
has
wow.
joined in. So
That's
the
great.
fashion show should be fun. I'm hoping Tom Patty's going to model for me. He's still
is he
thinking
coming?
about it. Oh, yes, I've invited Tom, and his daughter will be modeling,
Oh,
Presley.
wonderful.
And it should be very exciting. I even have belly dancers coming. She teaches classes, so
No
we'll have an
kidding.
area where people can take 5-minute classes.
That's great.
And then they'll also put on a little show.
So how many vendors do you have coming?
Right now we have about 24.
Oh,
and
that's
I think
good.
they're still adding.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah.
That's good. And we're all going to be in the same space?
A lot of it's handmade. Yeah. Well, it's a huge warehouse.
Yeah, I've not been there, so.
Well, normally the Wybells, they use it for a pickup party. They do 3 a year. Their pickup parties are so popular, we now are doing them 2 days. They're usually 600 to 600 people at a pickup party.
Wow.
It's quite surprising inside. Judy Wybell and I, we buy crazy stuff. So in this big warehouse, we have a collection of chandeliers we've bought at estate sales, garage
I
sales.
love that.
Wherever, we can find interesting things. And then we also have like setups of vintage furniture. People like to sit and take photographs on it. And also, I believe this event is going to be at least 500. I'd like it to go to 550.
So have you sold 500 tickets now, or that's
Not
what
yet,
you're
but
anticipating?
We're getting close.
Which is one of the reasons why we're on today,
why
to
I'm
promote. That's right. So before we dive into the event, let's talk a little bit about Lisa Hallow. So I learned of you really during my book launch for the Women of Wine Country back in August. And you had contacted me about it was the first time I'd learned about your jewelry design. So
Right.
do you want to kind of give us a little bit of your history and tell us, how you got into jewelry design and all of the things?
Well, it started at 21 with $600.
Good for you.
I took off to Hawaii for only 6 days. And I decided on my third day I'm staying. So I got a live-in job and great jobs for very famous people in Hawaii. So it was very interesting.
And what did you do?
Well, I did caregiving. I was a
Okay.
nanny. I'm
Okay,
21.
yeah, whatever
Just
you could
whatever
do.
it took.
Yeah.
If I had to clean a
Yeah.
house, whatever
Yeah.
it took, I did it. And so the last person I took care of in Hawaii was Miss Elizabeth Farrington, and her family got statehood for Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
She was the first delegate that Eisenhower put in office when her husband died. So these are the kind of people I've worked for in Hawaii. She taught me so much, but when she passed away, I just couldn't take care of people anymore. So I got a fun job down in Waikiki, and that's where I learned to make jewelry. And in no time, I had one store, and then I had 3 stores in Waikiki.
Oh, wow. So you were on the
So
main island then.
I was
Yeah,
right there in the heart
yeah.
of it. International market. I had one out at Pearl Harbor. and one in the Outrigger Canoe Club Hotel.
Okay, so you
we
had
ran
3
those,
stores.
yeah, for many years.
And what
then
were they
I went
called?
Into wholesale. They were called, my company over there was called Treasure Trends.
Okay.
So it didn't have my name, and actually I'm known as Lisa Martin. When I
Okay.
was in Liberty House, I was in Nordstrom's, Macy's, Saks, many boutiques, but that was with my husband. So Lisa Hallow is kind of a new business I started 5 years ago.
Oh.
But now I'm more interested in helping homeless women make jewelry because I know there's a lot of money in it. It helps build your self-esteem, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding.
something I believe everybody can do. You just have to be passionate about it. So now I'm teaching jewelry down at the Gospel Mission Center. I've got 2 fantastic girls. I'm training them, and then we'll add more women in as they're able to help me teach.
So when you say teaching jewelry making?
Just right now, we're doing a line of earrings. I wish I would have brought them. You'd be quite
Yeah.
amazed how beautiful they are. I've given up a lot of my top sellers.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'll design new stuff for my line. It's amazing. We can make, just sitting in a room over there at the Gospel Mission, we can make about 50 pair of earrings in 2 hours.
So what are the
That's
materials?
$10 a pair of earrings. So see how
Ooh.
much money can be made.
Absolutely. What are the materials
So
that you're using for
all
the
my
earrings?
materials are hypoallergenic hooks, and then most of my stuff's made out of pewter, lead-free pewter, and
Ooh, okay.
crystal and natural stones.
Okay.
But pewter's nice because it wears just like sterling, but we don't have to spend the money for sterling.
Right.
It polishes like sterling. It lasts forever.
Oh, that's great.
So, and that's what my line's known for.
That's
I try to
wonderful.
do high-end
Yeah.
costume jewelry.
Yeah.
I do a lot of one-of-a-kind, a lot of vintage remix.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm online. I've got a big store.
And what's
so
your website?
It's lisahallowdesigns.com.
He's lisahallowdesigns.com.
Designs.com.
So that's LISAHALLOW.com. Oh,
Designs,
designs.
with an S.
DESIGN.
Come on, people. You'll
I've had
spell it.
like
Just
4
put my
hours
name
of
in, I'll
sleep.
pop up on Google.
lisahallowdesigns.com.
Yes.
Okay, great. So if anybody's interested, that's where they can find you.
Right.
For sure. And can they order off of your website?
Yes, some of the items
awesome.
are available.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So you talked a lot about doing you're teaching women how to make jewelry at the Gospel. So where is this located? Is this a church?
You know, the Gospel Rescue Mission Center is one of the biggest in the United States.
Okay, and where is it
They-
located?
I don't know the street. I'm sorry.
But
People have
it's
to
in
look it up.
Lodi?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually new there. I was at the St. Mary's Dining Hall.
Okay.
And I had just like anybody coming. I mean, I had people in wheelchairs, and I did this class for angels. I wanted anybody to be able to come, which was quite difficult on me because, I
Trying
had,
to accommodate anybody,
people
right?
that weren't really
Yeah.
all the way there.
Yeah.
But anyway, everybody was able to make an angel necklace and earrings. This is where I first really got the idea. I just saw how happy they were being able to
Yeah.
accomplish something. And I told them, I'm allowing you to make 2 items because I want you guys to learn how to be givers. I want you to take either the earrings or the necklace and give them as a Christmas present.
Oh, wow.
So when I went back for the Christmas celebration, Uplift All puts on, gives gifts, and I mean, it's just beautiful. The trees, each family gets a portrait done by Tim Ulmer, so they can take it with them right then.
Oh, that's
so it's
great.
a really beautiful event they put on. That's where I got to see all the people that were in my jewelry class. A lot of them came up and said, "Wow, you're so right. It was so wonderful to give it away that I decided to give the necklace too." So most of them gave both items away. And that teaches people that giving is
Yeah.
a good thing. It makes us feel good because they're
It
so
does.
used to taking.
Yeah.
And so
There's a sense of pride and
Yes.
self-worth that comes when you help other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Good for
Yeah.
you. And what made you get started doing that?
I just have always been a part, even in Hawaii, I had a place called Turning Point. And I would go into the prisons, I would minister to women, and they would say to me, "So where are you when we get out?" Because when we get out of prison, we go to our old neighborhoods. So I started a a large house called Turning Point. So the gals that really were going to turn their life around, I took them to this home where I got them jobs, clothes, because I belonged to one of the largest churches in Honolulu. And so most of the people had boutiques and businesses. They were able to help me employ my girls. And
Wow.
so it was a real turning point. They didn't have to go back to their old lives.
Yes.
And so I was looking over my life and I thought, what is missing in my life? Because I was so happy then. And Tim Ulmer introduced
I know
me
Tim.
to Sharon Benninger
Okay.
and Shainu Mehdi.
Okay, I don't know those ladies.
Okay, Shainu Mehdi's husband, Dr. Mehdi, is our #1 oncologist doctor. He's an amazing man.
Okay.
And they started this foundation, his wife. And then Sharon is also a founder.
Oh, great. Now,
Manager.
this foundation that you're talking about is the Grace Point Foundation?
No, this
It's
is called
the Uplift All Foundation.
And anybody can look them up online and see what they're up to. Now, the last event really helped us to build this van. And the van was built by Mercedes, built it. And people go, wow, Mercedes? I mean, why would you go that? Well, because guess what? Not everybody will build a van for washer and dryers.
You take what you can get.
And they gave them a really good deal and worked with the
Awesome.
foundation.
Okay, so we're a little convoluted here, and I want to make sure everybody understands where the breaks are. So in Hawaii, you worked with women that were coming out of prison, and that's great because recidivism is such a big deal.
Right.
So you gave them another path, which wonderful, great works.
Yes.
So then you moved to California, came back to California. What brought you back to California?
I came back to, somebody actually discovered me there. It was a large company called Ellie's of California, and she has passed away, but she was an older woman that had major jewelry company, manufacturing for all the big stores. She saw me in a trade show in Honolulu, and she said, you need to come do a show in San Francisco. I guarantee you it'll change your life. So I did. I went to San Francisco and I did a trade show. I made more money than my 3 shops make in a month.
Ooh, so your whole concept, business concept
So
changed.
I'm like, I'm out of here. My jewelry was already in all the stores. I was wholesaling my jewelry because I'm in Waikiki, but I was in Liberty House, Hawaii, and other boutiques.
Right.
They could actually sell my jewelry cheaper than I can because I'm in Waikiki at the highest.
Most rent, you've got such your overhead.
Go into wholesale, and I fell in love with Sausalito.
So before you went to Hawaii,
started.
where were you originally from?
Stockton.
Okay, Stockton.
Yeah,
So that's
Fremont and then Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out how you got landed back here. It's just this is where you're from.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what got you back here.
Yes.
And then you got into the
Well, what got me back to Stockton? I mean, come on, I've lived in Hawaii, Sausalito, and San Francisco on the marina. So what got me here was I'm a caregiver for my family.
Oh.
So I had to come here so much while my mom was passing away with cancer that I just met so many people here, and I realized that, you know, in all my travels and where I lived. I mean, Sausalito, I can't even tell you I had a friend there because nobody has time to have friends there.
Oh.
But when I was here taking care of my mother, I thought, wow, Stockton has the most beautiful people. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm staying.
Gotcha.
And I want to be a part of the change in Stockton. I want to help people get jobs.
Right.
That's my mission.
Right. And so we obviously have a huge homeless population here. And so that explains then why that was your target of helping. I mean, it seems that that's your spirit is to give back and to help and all of those things. So you no longer have a brick and mortar stores. You're selling online only, and you're also teaching.
I sell in store. I sell 2 stores also on the coast, and Murphy's, if anybody wants to go up to Murphy's Motorcycle. I design their whole line of jewelry.
Oh, that's great.
And we do great.
That's great.
So I can actually design any line of jewelry for any store. That's my talent.
Awesome. So then you're back here in Lodi. You make friends with the Wybells. Okay, Stockton, but Wybells is in Lodi, right?
Yes.
So you've made friends with the Wybells.
When I first moved here from the Bay Area, we moved the same day and month. They live in Riviera Cliffs, and I bought a house on Bristol by the university. And I met them at Thelma Stewart's fundraiser.
Okay.
And Thelma was like family to me too. And so all her fundraisers, I would donate a fabulous piece of jewelry. So Judy Weibel owned a diamond store, high-end diamond store in San Jose.
Okay, here's the connection.
She met me. Well, first she bid really high on this piece, and she loved it.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to meet the artist.
Of course.
So I had to have her over in my house, and which had a whole boutique in it at the time. And I have to say, she really fell in love with me and my jewelry, but at first I didn't like her. That's what's funny about us. And now we are
the best of
about
friends.
12 years, the very best. We're like family.
Yeah. Yeah.
They mean everything
After
to
a
me and
while,
my daughter.
yeah.
Because my daughter and I have no family. So the Weibels have just become our family. Holidays,
Gotcha.
vacations, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So now we understand why the event's being held in Weibels. I was trying to figure out where is the tie-in here. So your spirit is giving back.
Yes.
You're specifically
Encouraging
to
people
encouraging
and building
women.
them. Yes.
And you're using your jewelry in order to do that.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that program that you're doing now.
Right now, we are going to have, by some miracle, we are up to 300 pairs of earrings. We are going to make 600 pair for this fundraiser.
Wow.
So these earrings, normally I would sell them, and the stores I designed for would sell them for $20 each. We're able to make them for $10. So we hope they are going to fly at this event. And then they'll be available online, but my real mission is to have racks in many, many stores, not just this area. If we got big enough and enough people went to work, we could actually do a trade show, and that line could go across the whole United States like I did for myself years ago.
Gotcha.
That's my vision.
That's your
something
vision.
big, not small.
Yeah, good
it's
for
starting
you.
small, but I know what it can be because I've already done this.
You have the big vision, but it's a little work that gets you there, right?
But I got to talk about the big vision, or I don't get it.
That's absolutely right. You're absolutely correct
I see
about
it,
that.
I speak it, and I enter it.
Yeah.
That's how I believe.
Yeah, believe it and be it. Do it. Good for you.
Thank you.
So now the monies that you make with the sale of the earrings, where does that money go? What happens with
We're
that?
building a jewelry business.
And the jewelry
it
business
takes money to make the jewelry.
does.
Right now, I have donated all my
Oh wow.
yeah,
So you're
product to
funding
be able
this
to
project.
Yes, but a lady actually came in when I was in St. Mary's. Talk about angels. I'm sitting there and I'm teaching, a big table of people to make jewelry. She comes in and honestly, I thought she was homeless. And she's just watching us, and she was talking to Chinu Mehdi and said, "What are you guys doing?" And she said, "Well, this is Lisa Hallow. She wants to start a jewelry business. She wants to put homeless women to work." And she goes, "Oh, really? Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, you guys just tell me how much you need, and I'll write you a check from the estate I'm in charge of." So actually, that is financed.
That's
And,
great.
so
what a blessing.
That was a sign from God for me.
Absolutely.
Really.
That you were on the
because I was
right
like, how am I
path.
going to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you've got somebody that's going to finance the whole thing, so I started with my own product, but now I'm able to buy anything I want for us to develop. Hopefully necklaces and bracelets. I'd like to
wow.
add that. I thought just earrings, but. No, I hope that we do, a whole line of.
So is the line called Uplift?
I'm going to call it Uplift Jewelry. Because
Awesome.
jewelry is uplifting, isn't it?
It is.
I mean,
Oh
come on,
yeah.
look at all the jewelry you got on.
I think jewelry is a
fabulous.
universal connector,
It
especially
is.
for women. I mean,
It
men
is.
like jewelry as well, but specifically us women, we like the
Yeah.
shiny objects. Come on.
Absolutely.
I mean, even my little divas who are, they can be two. As soon as they are able to grab hold, they are stealing my jewelry,
And I can tell you, I did shows for Fitzgerald Casino. I designed a brooch for the high roller women, and I would do a pamper weekend where they'd have me come, and I did a fashion show with 3 different women in 3 different black dresses. And I was showing all these women how, with one black dress, how many different looks I could get on a woman just by jewelry and the belts I designed at the time.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, from work to bohemian looking
Yeah.
to gypsy looking
Yeah.
to very sexy, conservative, simple. I mean, jewelry says so much about us.
It does.
And when I was in Hawaii, it's like women, I learned a lot about women. You can really tell a lot about women by the jewelry they wear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
what?
think about women that are very shy and stuff. They're really beautiful, and I want to put big earrings. I want them to pop, but they're too shy.
Yeah.
That's their personality. I can make them look so fabulous, but when I'm done, they don't either have the confidence or the self-esteem to pull that look off. So they stay very simple. Now, a woman that wears outrageous jewelry is saying, look at me, I'm alive, I'm exciting, I don't care what anybody thinks. Think about it.
Yeah, you're
right.
right. And does that also cross over with the materials they choose? So, like, you have on this gorgeous shell necklace.
Yes, I love abalone.
Yeah, it's those color is
I mean,
beautiful
come on.
on you too.
Can you imagine abalone? What looks like that? The
And nothing.
colors.
And you have
Yeah.
it. It's also framed in a beautiful.
Swarovski stones.
That's what it
and on
is.
the back, I can wear it with black and white too.
Oh, I see. That's
Yes.
gorgeous. Now, is that
This
your?
is a one of a kind, and
Okay.
I would not want to do that one again. The necklace was woven by employees of mine. I could never sell this because it's all glass beads braided, and it could never
time.
be done.
Yeah.
There's no money in it.
Yeah, I know. I
So
get
this
you.
is kind of my
and then the
personal
ring that you're
piece.
wearing as well is
Oh, no,
that
these are real, honey.
no? Yeah,
No costume.
No, your ring though. I'm asking you about your ring. Is this your design?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is real jewelry, and I don't do real jewelry.
Oh, I
do
see.
high-end
That's what you
costume.
meant.
I
Okay.
should have worn more,
Okay.
I know, but I
Well,
thought
somebody
this
had
was enough.
originally told me that you did use pearls and things like that,
Oh,
and so
yes, I have sterling, I have gold fill, I have semi-precious stones. It depends upon what a person wants to spend.
oh, I see. Okay,
You know,
yeah,
so I mean, I have necklaces, a few that are 500.
Yeah.
If they want to spend that. You
Yeah.
know, but mostly I find the average price point's 50.
that's
I find I can sell a whole
oh
lot
yeah
of necklaces at
yeah
50.
absolutely.
And I'll tell you, in
without
my day-
women would spend 50
Right.
on without thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a nice product. It's not like drugstore, even most of your dress shops, that's all China jewelry. And I wish people knew. We've had more warnings on the news, but what I hate is they do it once.
I
They
know.
don't keep telling you like they are about the virus we're dealing
I
with.
know.
But I have to tell you, there's so much toxic jewelry.
Mm.
My chain I have made by the oldest chain company in Rhode Island because it's real brass with real gold and real silver. China, I don't know, tin, whatever metal, and it's certainly
Yeah.
not real gold or silver. They're
Yeah.
spray painting with different products. And so when you women are getting cheap jewelry, good luck.
That's what you're getting. You pay for you get what you pay for, right? I mean, that's really
Yes,
comes down to it.
exactly.
You get what you pay for.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's interesting to know. So you don't work a lot with sterling silver. I love sterling silver.
Me too. That's my favorite.
Mine
material.
too. Yeah.
I would like to work with sterling. People won't pay me for it. If
Really?
you look on my website, you'll see my higher end jewelry. And back in the late 80s, early 90s, I mean, a pair of my earrings in Nordstrom's, $275. I still have a pair. It was returned because some woman wore these chandeliers and probably pulled the stone off.
Oh.
And I would never be in Nordstrom's again because they guarantee everything. And the buyer said, we're going to have a big problem with your jewelry because women are going to wear it and return it.
Oh.
So yeah, I did just 2 years with Nordstrom's,
And that was
I was
it.
done with them.
Yeah.
And a woman could pull a crystal out.
Right.
Remember
and then they
Dynasty,
return.
those days?
Yes.
That was my jewelry.
Okay.
Huge,
Real
and
big,
Swarovski, yeah.
glamorous, sparkly.
So now I'm in a different era where I've got to try to make jewelry that I've never made before.
Well, and then you're also competing as well with the charming Charlies that are just junk
Right.
jewelry. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
terrible.
that's all manufactured, spray painted.
Exactly.
Stuff.
But women will go
Yeah.
buy it, wear it a
Well,
few times and
that's
toss
the
it.
times we're living in. It makes
It's
me
disposable.
sad, actually.
Yeah.
Because jewelry, actually, I believe, because some pieces that I own, I know somebody loved what they were doing. I can
Yeah.
actually feel it. And I
Yeah.
buy jewelry from other artists and stuff
Yeah.
because
I know it's
I love
great.
the feel of it.
Yeah.
You know, they care, they love the product they made. So
Yeah.
I wish women would get that. Jewelry's more important than some spray painted bling on you.
I wonder
It has
if that's
more of
like
a
an
meaning.
age thing too. Like at our generation,
It's a trash and go age we live in. Think
for
about how
younger
much
people,
stuff
I
we
feel like that
trash.
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd have to tell you on the coast, though, it's different. I think we see that here because my jewelry is very popular there. They want only USA there.
Yes.
I mean, their stores, their stuffed animals, their toys, USA.
Yeah.
They're
That's something that,
conscientious about supporting our own people.
right. And I think that's becoming more and more prevalent too.
It is.
It is. And we're also getting a little bit more back to local mom and pop
Oh,
stores.
gosh, we need to.
It's a trend that's kind of, it's with me in the book market, you know, I'm went into an industry that was closing down all of
Right.
the brick and mortar bookstores, right? And Barnes and Noble is really the only one left that's
Right.
a big box store. So, but they're talking a lot about in the industry how some of the smaller mom and pop stores are coming back for books, for paperbacks.
Oh, that would be
The
wonderful.
United States is the leading ebook reader in the world. So
Really?
70% of us buy our books on ebook, whereas the rest of the world prefers the actual book. So it kind of goes with our
Right.
disposable.
I know.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It'll change back, I believe.
It always does. The
Yeah.
pendulum always. That's what they're talking about. Small mom and pop stores that are smart. They're having little pieces of jewelry from local artists,
Right.
art that's being produced locally. They're incorporating things in with local authors, and that's
Isn't
when
that
they're
great? People are starting to support that.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, I don't think they know the outcome. I want them to imagine Pacific Avenue having no shops.
exactly.
I mean, we're going to
Exactly.
destroy our own town by not buying local and supporting local people.
I couldn't
if
agree
we
more.
want Stockton, Lodi, our areas to
Yeah.
rise up, buy your stuff here. I mean, most of the people I know, they go out of town to buy art.
I know.
We have amazing
Oh.
artists in the Delta.
We do.
And I mean, so
I
many
mean, this whole
talented
region
people
is
here.
full of artists.
Yes.
It's amazing. Well, our Women of Wine Country
Mm-hmm.
brunch that we're having February 23rd, we had hoped to have it at Bubbles and Birds, and they're closing.
No,
Yeah, I just had to
they're
move
not
it yesterday.
doing enough business.
They said that they couldn't find a chef that saw their vision. But I mean, you and I both know restaurants come and
Of
go.
course,
That's
yeah.
a tough business. Restaurant business is a
Yes.
tough business.
Oh, that has such a cute theme.
I had never managed to go in there because
Me
my
either,
head
but
is
I've heard
writing.
all about
Me
it.
too. I
think
was
they
really
sell the
looking
Weibel
forward.
champagne,
They probably do.
Yes,
they
I
probably
think
do.
they do.
I have to say, Weibel's was so amazing to us. I don't know if you're aware, but in Woodbridge, we did a wine country Christmas, and one of the
Oh,
things that
I
we did
missed
was
that.
collect corks from everywhere. Weibel's was so generous. We wanted the used corks, right?
Right.
And their tasting room was so generous. We got a huge amount, and we were able to make little Christmas ornaments that
Oh,
went on the
cute.
trees behind Santa for all the pictures. So they were very generous. So I just want to have a shout out to Weibel's for
I have
that.
to tell you, they're generous with everything.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people they are.
Yeah, really wonderful.
Do you need more corks? I'll get you more.
No, we ended up with so many. Everybody, all of our wineries are generous. I found that our wineries are amazing. And so it's super important that with, kind of our club that we have, there's over 1,900 of us now in our group, that we are really
wonderful.
active, and we're really.
And when did you start that? I mean, it's fairly new, isn't it?
Well,
Just
I
a
started
couple
in
years?
2015, early 15, maybe 14, the end of 14. But my first vision for it kind of fell apart. And then I got sick. And so I started writing and thought, well, I just might as well name the series Women of Wine Country. And then it kind of just took off, and the women felt more
Right.
invested, and, it took on a whole.
Now
like,
that you're a writer.
well, and I think that to the women, yes, I think bringing a little bit of identity to it helped. But we'd had 1,100 members in there for a long time. We started with 3, went to 30, then it went to 300, then it went to 70 or 700, and then it's just and now
still
we
it's
get
just the beginning.
yeah, it's just the
Yes.
beginning. Now we're getting every day we get new members. So, and the members that we're getting now are active people that have heard about us, and so they're
Right.
coming. And so I don't know if you know, but we've got a charity cookbook that we're working on. So
Oh,
we're
wonderful.
getting recipes. So I'm going to get a recipe
Oh,
from
I
you.
have many.
Get recipes together that from local women of wine
Right.
country, and the charities are going to go the monies that we make from the cookbook will go to women's organizations and to pet rescue, obviously, because the homeless animals are my thing. So.
Oh, yes.
And helping we've all got to take our little thing and
absolutely.
Right.
It takes
so
a village.
It
Everybody
does.
has a different
That's right.
passion.
Every single one of us. Yes. And I feel like our generation, our children are grown and, it's kind of like that's our time. Like we're supposed to.
I just want to let people know that people that sit at home and focus on their own lives and themselves, they'll find themselves in a depression, because I found myself there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I'm the happiest girl,
Yeah.
social. I have so many
you're
friends.
active.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
me? And it's because I wasn't giving my gift.
Yes.
And once I started getting involved, I'm happy like I was back in Hawaii when I had Turning Point. And it was like, that was the happiest time in my life. How do I get back there?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of years ago, but I'm back there now.
So let's talk a little bit about Uplift All Foundation. And how old is this foundation?
I've just joined them, and I really don't know the history of them, but
Okay.
I believe you could go to their website and find out. I believe it's fairly new. I'm going to guess 3 years, but
Okay.
I should have known all that if I knew you were going to ask me all these important questions. Forgive me, Shy New, for not being more informed.
That's okay. You know what? I'd love to have the other two women come back another time with you.
They would love to come.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love to help in any way promote this,
because
what you guys are doing.
So much.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they have classes, and I don't think people know this. At St. Mary's Kitchen, they have Zumba, they have yoga, they have art classes, they have music classes. Now we have jewelry classes. They have a lady that comes in to help people prepare to get jobs, a resume or whatever she can do to help them build some sort of foundation of what they're capable of doing. So Uplift All is the one that puts all these people together, that donates their time, their talent, and their gift. And I want, people to imagine, if you're homeless, you wander around all day. I mean, how depressing is that?
Right.
So really, you would not believe the people that come in and they see the calendar. Oh, we could do Zumba today. We could do art. And just to have a place to go. And St. Mary's Kitchen, it's so big. So there's plenty of room that you can teach anything or have as many people as you want in a exercising program.
St. Mary's is here in Stockton.
St. Mary's,
And so
dining hall.
Okay, where is it located? Do you know
and
the
that
address?
I don't know the address.
We're going to have to definitely have the people. We're going to definitely have to have your group
notes.
back. Yeah, that's okay.
Have my other two partners.
That's okay. That's all right. We're here specifically to talk about the Women Helping Women event, but now we know we need to have your partners
Details
and you back.
I'm not good at. I'm
That's
an
okay.
artist.
Yeah, I know.
We don't do details.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sorry I don't have that.
That's okay. Well, then let's switch over to the Women Helping Women event that you're doing on February 29th. So what made you decide to do something like this?
Well, Tim Ulmer said to Shainu Mehdi and Sharon Benninger, I know a woman that could probably ask the Weibels, and I think that they would open up their bottling plant, because he knows that we do the pickup parties and they're so
And they're
successful
big.
and people love going there.
Right.
Just going to the bottling plant is a cool experience.
Right.
But when you see what we do with it, it's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
That's cool.
So the ladies, I met them and they asked me if I would ask the Weibels. And of course the Weibels said yes, because that's the kind of people they
Yeah.
are. They're all about charity. And that's when, I don't know how it happened, but I joined up with them and here we are. It's pretty amazing how you meet the right people, and Tim knew that these women needed to meet me. We needed each other.
Yeah.
That our hearts were in the same direction. And I just want to give a shout out to Tim Ulmer, because
I know
he's
Tim.
very
He's
good
very
at
good.
putting people
Yes.
together.
Yes. He's very,
And,
very driven.
I thank you, Tim, for that, because we're just rocking it now.
That's great. Good for you. That's wonderful.
So the event, you're going to come in, you're going to see really amazing products, different than you probably would see if you went out shopping to any store, because we've carefully picked these vendors some of them, being quite entertaining, like the belly dancing class.
Yeah.
And she'll be putting on a little show, maybe just 10 minutes with her snake and her gals. But what's really fun is women are going to be able to take a 5-minute class to see if they would like to take any of her classes.
Right.
She has many classes.
That's
different
cool.
areas in Stockton. And that's helping women.
Yeah.
These women that are dancing, okay, they're like older women. They're not like models out there with perfect bodies. They're out there being
Which can
healthy.
be very intimidating for those of
I know,
us who
but
are
I have
not
to
models.
tell you, some of them are probably 70 even, but they feel good because they're
Yeah.
using their bodies.
Good,
And when you use your
yes.
body and move it, you feel
Yes.
sexy at any age, right?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
think it really lifts women's spirits.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well,
So.
your energy's lifting me up just being across the table from you.
Great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so I can imagine what you're going to do with a warehouse full of women.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's great.
So we are going to have also a lot of food
Oh.
from different restaurants. We were going to have vendors come with their food, but it was pretty hard to ask a restaurant, can you feed 500 people?
Yeah.
Each vendor. So now what we've done, and they've asked many, even Pedestos, many different places to donate cheese and meats and different restaurants to do a dish. So it's going to be a huge banquet table.
Oh,
of
wow.
Fabulous foods.
And that comes
And-
with the $45 ticket?
Yes.
Okay.
And also endless champagne given by the Y Bells.
Really?
For a limited time because we don't want people to overdrink.
Yes.
So
is there
think
a
there's
limit?
an hour and a half limit on the free
Oh,
champagne
I see.
pouring.
So, like, if you want to
So-
get in on the champagne, you got to be there at 1.
Yeah, be there at 1. And then we'll also have some bottles of wine for sale,
Oh,
which we
great.
weren't going to do, but I asked Fred Wybell if they would do that because a lot of people don't like champagne. So there will
Crazy
be
people.
bottle. I'm crazy. I like champagne.
I love champagne. It's my
I'm a Chardonnay
favorite.
girl.
Are you?
Yes.
Give
So
me
they
a
will
good
be
mimosa
selling.
and I'm happy.
I know you can't drink wine. I think you posted something about that you're
So,
allergic.
No, the issue is that I have a bad liver. And so I can't intake alcohol anymore. Although I do, that's why a mimosa, like just
yeah.
a little bit of champagne is good for me
Yeah.
because I miss it. But that's also
Right.
why I love wine tasting because
Right.
it's the only beverage you're allowed to spit out after you tasted it. You try to do that in a beer tasting or a whiskey pairing. Oh my Lord, they look at you like you're crazy. But at a winery, at
I've
a
never
nice
spit it out, by the way.
well, okay, so a group of us women go wine tasting,
Yes.
and I'm
wanna
the
do
only
that with you
one
guys.
spitting it
Invite
out.
me. Yes.
We have it every single month. In fact, our one for February is tomorrow. We decided to do we decided to do Valentine's Day because it's during the day, so it's not during the
Right.
evening. And we have a lot of widows with us.
Which I am too.
Yes, so we did that on purpose so that they would have something to come and do with us. So we got to take care of each other. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about. But anyway, so I can taste the wine and taste the wine, and then I spit it out
Yeah,
because
you get the
otherwise,
beautiful flavors. Yeah.
exactly. I'm actually learning more about wine and its flavors now than before when I
Right.
was just like
Didn't care. You just
yeah,
drank it.
was just drinking it. So it's a really unfortunate for me that happened. I actually negotiated with my surgeon. He's like, okay, low fat diet and, no alcohol. I'm like, no alcohol? What do you mean no alcohol? Do you know where I live?
I know, that's like painful.
I'll eat no fat, no sugar, but let me have a cocktail,
So not even one whole glass of wine? Just none.
Well, it's like I'm not supposed to have any. So I have to pick and choose. I will be sick the next day.
Oh, I see.
My
So you
liver
get an
cannot
immediate
filter it. I
reaction.
get an
Okay.
immediate reaction. If I eat a high fat thing, my liver, I have a bile dump and I have an immediate reaction. So what kind of quality of life do I want and how long do I want to live?
Yes. Don't drink and don't eat fatty food. I don't blame you.
It sucks. Let me tell
Right,
you,
right.
it sucks. And I have pushed it. I learned, mean, the first wine tasting was like, this is really good. A little bit won't bother me, you know. And then I'm
But so
sick.
sick the next day.
I'm sick, and it's a weird toxicity that happens when your liver can't filter out the toxins that you put in it, and so it's a really weird feeling. It's not something that you want. It's like the worst flu you've ever had, like achy muscles.
I just got over one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and so anybody who would intentionally do that to themselves, you know,
doesn't care about themselves.
Doesn't care about themselves.
You
So
got a mission.
I do.
Yes.
So I drink a lot of water, and I eat mostly organic foods because it's not just the alcohol. I mean,
Right.
I have to be careful what goes in my body.
You have to be a Puritan.
I do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have to stay away from a lot of fats and meats and stuff like that, which means, you know, I'm eating carbs and stuff, and I got to figure this whole thing out. So,
Right.
and I can't have like the leafy greens, and, you know, that's like, it's a very,
Restricted.
yeah, I don't know how we
Yeah.
got on here, but like, let's
I know,
get,
but
let's
it's
get
good
off
to
of
know
it.
because somebody else may be suffering the same
Well,
thing.
it's true. So I can't take any Tylenol. I can't take
Right.
over-the-counter medicines. I can't take cold medicines. I mean, it's like it's bigger than just not being able to drink the
So
wine.
this is take care of your liver moment.
Yeah, and so mine's a genetic thing too.
Mm.
So it's not even like there wasn't anything I was going to be able to do. But I was really, really sick for many years, for 6 full years. I got sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. They couldn't diagnose what was wrong with me, and then when they finally figured it out, it's, you know, whatever. So the good upside is that I wrote a lot of books while I was sick because I couldn't go out and enjoy life and do anything. And the more upside is that I had a simple surgery, and now I'm well as long as I take care of my liver and I can wine taste. So I can wine taste to the glory of God, and,
Yes.
you know, as long as I don't, you know,
I have to say,
I can't inhale. You know that whole thing where,
Right.
oh, I smoked marijuana, but I didn't inhale. Well, that's me with wine. Right. I mean, it's the truth, right?
I want to say to you that I'm amazed that while you were sick, you found something to utilize your time instead of
Oh,
a lot of
thank
people
you.
will lay around and mope and woes me but that's very impressive.
Thank you.
That you wrote
I appreciate
those books
that.
and turned a negative into a positive. Yeah.
At the
great.
time, I didn't know that's what I was doing, but now looking back, I'm kind of a little
Right.
amazed as well, just because
Yeah.
my brain was fine. It was my
Right.
body that was giving up on me. So, you know, thank you for that compliment.
Yeah.
I accept
You're
it.
an overcomer.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't know that until afterwards, and that's
Right.
often the truth. So
Right.
now, when I see somebody kind of in a similar situation, I'm like, you're here for a reason. She's got to figure out what it is. There's something on the other side. And so that's
Right.
my message always to people. You might be down right now because I thought for sure that was going to be me, that this was my life.
Right.
And so it wasn't, and it doesn't always have to be. So even though we sometimes can't see our path out, doesn't mean there isn't one there.
Right.
Right. So
Exactly.
yeah. So I drink. The thing that I will drink though, and I will let myself have a little bit of, is the champagne because but in a mimosa. And
But you chase it with vitamin C.
I do now, and I have to have a very small amount. And I know when I drink that one that
Right.
I potentially could be having an issue. So you'll see me with a lot of water,
Right.
flushing myself.
Right.
But you know, sometimes you just got to have a little champs.
I know.
You know, and I get to taste the wine. So you know, I just don't get to be tipsy.
Right.
But I'm tipsy enough naturally.
I can tell.
Yeah,
You don't need
I
much.
don't have
Neither
a problem.
do I, actually.
Yeah.
People think I'm drinking when I'm not.
when you're not.
It's just,
yeah.
you know, I'm a fun,
Yeah.
loving gal.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Exactly.
No, I'm not drunk. I'm just having fun.
Yeah. Well, you should come join us sometime at one of our wine tasting.
I couldn't do tomorrow, but the
Yeah.
next one, I would love to.
I think the next one is March, and I think we're going to be at Spanker's with the goats. Have you been out to
I've
Spanker's?
not. I've not done much wine tasting.
They have a goat creamery out there, and they do goat
Nice.
yoga
Goat. Yeah. Oh no.
where the baby goats.
That is real. I saw it on
Yes.
Facebook. They walk on your back while you're doing yoga.
and I love goats. They're amazing.
So did you let them walk on your back?
Well, I haven't actually done the yoga yet because they haven't started it for this year. So as soon as they start it, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a Women in Wine Country event out there.
So they actually do it out there?
Yes.
Oh, I thought
and
this
then
was
you
like
go
an
out.
LA thing. So.
Oh no, honey!
what
If
are they
there's
coming up with
goats and
next?
wine, I mean, well, then then they have their delicious goat cheese, and then they have
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to go out there. So
Yeah,
they have a
it'll-
little store or just product they sell?
I think they
that
have a
make?
store because I haven't actually been out there myself. My husband and his mother went out there recently to see if they were if the creamery was up and
Right.
running, because a friend of ours has been helping them get the creamery up, and he was able to buy the cheese and buy the wine and all the things. So I think it's up and going.
Well, I'm excited to go to that.
I am. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. Tomorrow we're going to Peltier, and I haven't been out there either. I wanted to do this so that we could, kind of really bring awareness to all of the wineries that we have in our
Yes.
region, because
Very
people
good,
don't
yes.
realize how amazing.
I don't know about these.
Oh, you
So
don't?
I can learn about the. Well, I'm all about Wyvels.
Yeah, I know.
Happy with the family. Happy
yes,
with the products.
I
so
know.
I
Why
don't
go
reach out
anywhere
to
else, right? I get it.
But no, I want to.
Yeah. No, and it's about supporting all of our wineries,
Yes.
and how different they are, and the women winemakers,
And how different they probably craft. I mean, it's probably all
Yes.
very different
It's their own
flavors.
science, their own secrets, their
Yes.
own It's and then
Nice.
I write a lot of the wineries into my book. So my first book, Murder and Mayhem, Clinker Brick, was talked about in the book. I didn't specifically call out the name Clinker Brick because I wasn't sure how it was going to get taken. I didn't know all of the things. It was my first book. But I described it. They have an iconic. Have you been to Clinker Brick?
No.
So they have an
I've
iconic.
got to follow you guys around.
They have an iconic old Zen vine that is cast bronze, and it's a water feature in the middle of this gorgeous antique clinker brick courtyard. It's gorgeous out there.
So it's a beautiful place.
It's
visually just to go see.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly. Well, and all of the wineries are really. So I wrote about that, and the owner, Lori Felton, when she bought my book and read it, because I've had such amazing support.
Yeah.
She recognized it. And she said it was 3:00 in the morning. It was 3:00 in the morning, and she started texting all of the women in her family. She's like, she wrote about
She
our books.
probably wish she put her name.
Well, and
But
so
legally, can you?
no, oh yeah, it's a public thing. I could legally say whatever I want, right? But I didn't do that because I want to bring goodness to our region, and I wasn't sure how it was going to get taken.
Right.
Now I have wineries getting a hold of me saying I have the perfect place to kill somebody.
Write a book about us.
You can kill somebody off in my vineyard. You can hide a body over here, So they're like, and I was like, I'm so happy. I mean, what better?
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's great that the books have been so well received,
Yes.
especially by the wineries. So we're going to wrap up. We only have 5 minutes, but I want to go back to Women Helping Women and the event that you have coming up. Is there
Yes.
anything else that you want us to know about the event?
I would rather people be kind of surprised.
Okay.
But I do want to say last night I was in the Wybell tasting room where we have our Delta chamber meeting, but this was the mixer, and it was packed like I've never seen. So it was a great opportunity for me to grab the microphone. I said, "Don't serve drinks. Lock the front door. Nobody leaves without a ticket."
Oh, good.
Well, we sold quite a few, but you know what was nice? I asked people to just buy a ticket. Think of it as charity. Let somebody else use the ticket, bless somebody else with it if you can't come. Some people say they can't come. It's $45. Just buy a ticket.
yeah,
You know,
it's
it
$45.
helps.
Yeah.
But you can let somebody go that couldn't afford the $45. So
oh, I love
yeah,
that.
so we really need to sell more tickets, and I know in the last, I think we have maybe 15 days, something like that. We are going to sell a lot more.
So, so the thing that we want to do then is buy a ticket for you and buy a ticket to give away. That's what we want.
nice.
Buy 2
See?
tickets, less
Wouldn't that
than
be
$100.
nice?
Come hang out with all the
Yeah.
cool chicks,
But
right?
you really don't want to miss this. I mean, it's a
No,
real
yeah.
adventure to go into a bottling plant.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many we even have here. I don't think there's a whole lot of bottling plants, right? That do as much as the Wybells. All the champagne flavors, all their different wines.
Yeah.
That alone is worth coming to see. But I'm not telling you guys everything because then it wouldn't be
You
want
to give the secrets away.
But it's
yeah.
going to be fabulous.
Well, I'll be there. Rita Hill will be
I
there.
know.
Oh,
I'm
and you got to wait till you
excited.
see
I
her
have not-
exhibit.
Yeah, I have not
Oh,
met her.
she's amazing.
Yeah, that's
she's
gonna be
amazing.
exciting.
She is an amazing artist. She's an amazing photographer, and she gives.
And looks like an amazing person.
She
from
is.
What I've
She
seen
gives.
and
She
followed,
gives. I can't speak enough about all the things that she does. So I'm really looking forward to being at the event. I really am.
I'm so happy
So
you
I'll
guys
be
are
there. Lisa will be there with her amazing jewelry. So
Yes.
you'll have you'll just have the uplift line there.
Uplift, no. I have my full spread of
So
one
you'll
of a
have
kind
everything.
jewelry, everything. It's a huge spread.
Well, there you go. Now you have to
Yeah.
come. There's going to be champagne. There's going to be
Jewelry.
cheese and jewelry and books
Tom
and Rita
Patty.
here. So Tom Patty, fashion
We
show.
love Tom Patty.
Belly dancing.
Yes.
So we're going to have to wrap it up. But Lisa, thank you so much for coming. And I would
Thank you
love to
so
invite
much
you
for helping
and
us.
the other gals who are a part of your Uplift All Foundation.
Yes.
So one last time, I'm just going to say Women Helping Women. It's this February 29th from
Leap
1 to
year.
4. 1 Wine Master Way in Lodi, California, $45 a person. And you can get a hold of, you guys have an event on Facebook.
Yes, it's running all the time.
Yep.
But all they have to do is go to Uplift All Foundation to
Yep.
get tickets.
Awesome. Well, as we wrap up this show for Women of Wine Country, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you
and
for buying tickets.
Yeah, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.